Hello student. So let's start our discussion. Today we will discuss some more functions of pandas. So let me start with okay. So today we will see one example of you can say renaming. So let me read the data set pd.read underscore csv and name of the file Coursera. Yes, so here we are having various columns. So now let's try to rename the columns. So previously we have seen that we have created the dictionary, and using dictionary we have renamed the column. So today what we will do, today actually we will in this tutorial we will try to use the function. Okay, so let me define one function. Let's say def then call rename. Okay, and argument will be x. Okay, what we will do, return, let's say str of x dot replace. Yes, let's say we want to replace course organization. Okay, let's say course title. We want to replace course title with only title. So replace course title with title. Another column name. Let's say we want to replace course organization with institute. So replace institute. Let's replace third column, means rename the third column. We want to replace this course certification type with course type or certificate type. Course certificate type with, let's say, certificate. Okay, so here you can do one thing, that let's say if you want to rename 10 column, then you can write the replace 10 times, so as per your convenience. So let's use it. ds is equals to ds dot rename. Okay, and then columns equals to call rename. Okay, and then we will display it. So as you can see, previously it was course title. Okay, but after renaming it becomes title, then institute, then certificate. So here you can replace it as per your convenience. Let's say if you want to know the data type of the column, then there is a inbuilt function ds equal ds dot d types dot value counts. So it will return that there are 5 column of type object, there is 1 column of type float, 1 column of type integer. Now let's discuss how we can select specific type of column. Okay, for example, let me let's do one thing. We will select only float column. Okay, so how we can do it? Let's say ds dot select d types equals to include, and then the type of the column which we want to select. Let's say float 64. So it will select only float. Similarly, here you can write int64. So it will select only integer column. Okay, and let's say if you want to select all string or other type, then object. Okay, here you just try to understand that this is not an number. Okay, so this is stored using string. Now let's say if you want to select all the numerical type, okay, then here instead of object you have to write number. Okay, so if you will write number, then it will select integer as well as float. Then if you will write object, then it will select object as well as, let's say if you are having date time, then if we have any column into the data set which is having date time, then it will select date time. Now let's say if you want to select multiple types. Okay, for example, I want to select integer and object. Okay, so how it can be done? ds dot select underscore d types include equals to, here we will provide the list. So let's say we want to select integer 64 and object. So here as you can see, it will select integer as well as object. Clear with this? Now similar to include, let's say if you don't want to select a specific type, let's say I don't want any integer values in my data set. Okay, then how we can do it? Means filtering, how we can filter it. So we can do it like this: ds dot select d types, instead of include here we will write exclude. Okay, and then we will specify, let's say we don't want to include float 64. So float value, or the column which is store the float value won't be considered. Let's say we will write integer 64. So in that case you can see first column, integer column, will be it will be excluded. Now similar to the previous one, let's say if you want to exclude specific type of column, then you can write like, let's say we want to filter integer and object. Okay, so here we have to write 64. Okay, so what this will do, this will remove, or it will exclude 64 and object from the selection. Here you can assign this into one variable, let's say selection 1. Okay, and then you can display it. So this will be helpful to you whenever you want to filter a specific type of data. Clear with this? Okay.